Good afternoon. Welcome to ATI ProMedia. We have a special 1055 USDA edition. These are fun because we don't know what's going to happen before it happens, nor do you. This is just a perfect example of that. No one truly knows what the markets are going to do. And unless you're went to the orange lot last night and met the brothers, the Trading Places brothers, which I believe we have a good clip of that. We can show people what that was like from many years ago. So we all know the Eddie Murphy Dan Aykroyd movie of Trading Places, and we don't have that information. But what we do have is a good crowd of people coming on. I do have to tell you some things happened from the morning show. I noticed Connor and Brady did a great job doing that this morning. And the outside markets were up big. We had unemployment, and that has since switched. It's all NVIDIA. We talk a little bit about NVIDIA on the show. I talked last night. I had the chance to do a nice interview at a grain elevator, and we had a good time. And we talked about NVIDIA and AI and that we're going to grow more bushels. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. Take it over.
Yeah, hey, good to have you back, Tommy. We 3-4 minutes out, and I was trying to pop them in. Just a refresher of the numbers. We'll pop them up there for anyone looking at corn, soybean, wheat carryout. And so not a whole lot, trade estimates generally in line. Corn, soybeans. I think before we jumped on, the number we're going to be really looking for is what are they going to print for Brazil corn, Brazil soybeans, Argentina corn, Argentina soybeans. What are you looking for, Brady?
Yep, same thing. South America adjustments, maybe a few demand tweaks in there on the U.S. side of things, but I think all eyes are going to be on what do they do in South America.
And one of the things, little color guys, Michael Reginelli, Mark Talaski said, make sure you show that crowd that South America is actually producing more this year when you add up all four countries than they did the year before. And if you read the internet, you think the whole world's ending and that they're not growing anything. And when you actually break it down, take a deep breath, look at some charts. I did have a couple interesting questions. I know we have a little time before we get crazy over here, and I'll probably duck out and shut my my face off so you can see me bob and weave and get the numbers. But one of the guys said, well, what would make corn rally to 550? And one of my comments was, if corn explosively, corn rallied from 470 to 550, there's a really good chance you wouldn't sell much because you would know it was going to $6. And the whole room laughed. There was 300 people there because if we did have a vicious short covering rally, which is very possible, it's going to be for a reason. It's going to be a production problem, a flood in South America, a drought here, because crude oil is $100 or something wild. And so my question back to him was, even if we went to 550, would you sell it? And there were some interesting people there. But nonetheless, they told the room they're not going broke. They own a bunch of farmland. Things are good in agriculture, but you have the bad end of the stick right now. Everybody wants NVIDIA, the stock market this morning, everyone, stock market. S&P and NASDAQ made new all-time highs. How far out are we? I have to get my little timer up. I have a timer on my iPhone. Just for all you out there
32 minutes,
watching.
Tommy.
Yeah. If you download this app called Timer, it will it's a nice little clock. I'll show you this to the second. So
so Tommy, I'll be getting the numbers, and so you'll get them too. We're just gonna yell them out, whoever gets them faster,
sure.
and we can see it. Brady's gonna be looking at the
app right there. I'm ready. There we are.
Let's throw
there we are. Let's go.
Quotes up here.
What are we doing pre-report?
It looks like we got corn down 3 cents, beans down 5 cents on the front months. Wheat still holding up there, 5 to 7 cents on KC in Chicago. So a little mixed board going into the report.
We will try to do our best not to talk over each other, but we're excited and nervous just like all of you.
Yep.
And the winner is. Sometimes these numbers take a few seconds to come up. And right now it looks like we're trading down a little bit in corn. Corn down 5.
Not anything violent. Here we go. Corn ending stocks number 2172. Bean ending stocks at a 315.
That's unchanged.
Wheat ending stocks 673. I don't have the Brazil numbers yet. We'll have to wait. We don't get those on the Bloomberg or we don't get those immediately. Yeah. So completely unchanged on corn, soybeans, right, Brady?
Yep, those numbers match the February carryout numbers on the corn and bean carryout
I
with
have
wheat.
Argentine soybean output at 50.0, expected 50.2, slight downward revision to there. U.S. cotton 23-24 carry out, looking at 2.5 million bales. That's interesting because cotton's been a very hot
What
market.
was that carryout, Tommy, on the cotton?
On cotton, let me look through my lower lens here because the numbers are moving so fast. 2.50 million bales. Does that make
Okay.
sense to you?
Yep, 2.8 last month. So
Yeah,
that's
yeah, it was. Yeah.
supportive.
So that would probably be why the cotton markets had such a good rally, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, numbers seem pretty. We'll
Corn
go with. I
looking,
wish I had the icon, but we would put up the nothing burger badge. But we do have a little rally here
Yeah.
in corn.
Yeah.
Corn's rallying and beans are holding in there. Let's talk cattle real
Yeah.
quick, Brady. I noticed cattle were up a lot earlier today, and then they flipped over. Any news coming out of the cattle markets?
they popped and dropped here, flipping over just to look at some of that price action there. But March feeders are down 50 cents, just $2 above the index. The index jumps yesterday. Feeders or fat cattle popping a drop as well. April almost closed the gap. We got a gap at 190, and I think they traded just shy of that on the cattle side of things.
Yeah, we have a couple comments. William said, "Great job, guys." Thanks, William. Appreciate that. Luke says,
Hey.
"Eyes on cotton for me, Brady. Give him the cotton." And someone else
Hey,
said, "All eyes on
Eyes
Brazil."
on
Yes, sir.
cotton. My cotton quotes are
Guy,
delayed 10 minutes. So, yeah.
guys, I got the Brazil corn soybeans number. Brazil corn 124 versus 124 prior. Brazil soybeans 155 versus 156. Argentina holding steady. Argentine beans 50. Argentine corn 56 versus 55. So the USDA did a whole lot of punting, is from what I can tell on these numbers. So it is the ultimate kick the can down the road.
Yeah,
Connor,
I
what was
almost
that
feel like
bean number?
Bean
Do you know?
Brazil beans, Brady?
Yeah, Brazil beans.
155.
Okay. Trade was looking for a 152.8 there. Is that right, guys?
I'm looking at my sheets.
Correct.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Maybe a little disappointing on that. But
Yeah,
like you said,
Yeah,
kicking the can.
not quite as a drop. Yeah.
We'll look for. I know the guys this afternoon, Nate Mangold and a couple other of the folks at the corporate office are going to do a deep dive, and I really enjoy watching that because we try to do it like, oh, here's the numbers, what's happening. I will say this: I feel like the corn market's relieved. And you have to understand there's a massive short out there. And if that massive short was looking for a really weak day to maybe have some bids, it feels like they immediately reached up for it. So we did trade down 5, down 2 now. This is a perfect example of when we say volatility is low and continues to stay low. Not seeing anything bigger there. I do think it's interesting that the stock market was at all-time high, the cattle exploded, and they both rolled over at the same time. I do feel like sometimes the stock market and cattle correlate. It could be so far because the fundamentals in cattle have nothing to do with the fundamentals in NVIDIA and our 401ks. But as a trader, when you have these quote boards like Brady has there, it's interesting when we wake up and you notice that every single thing on your board is green or every single thing is red. And we go from there. Any other last questions or comments? It definitely goes down as a nothing burger.
Yeah.
I can't.
We
Yes,
can
sir?
recap real quick if we had some people jump on. Didn't change corn stocks, ending stocks. Didn't change soybeans. Brazil corn number, the one we were talking about, they held completely steady. Slightly changed Argentina beans and Brazil beans, but overall, right? We'll let the guys at 1:30 do a deep dive on maybe the EU Ukraine numbers. I don't think they're changing much either, but overall, we changed very little for this report, right? We very much a punt by the USDA.
Yeah, Brady, kind of real quick. I think I have something loaded up. We are live on ATI ProMedia subscription base. It's $30 a month. We have a little ad here. I'm going to play it, and then we can explain more about that here in a bit. So this YouTube channel is free. We go live every day at 9. We go live on USDA reports 6 days a week. We record premium content. I think we're actually going to do it more than that, but we don't want to overpromise and underdeliver. Let's watch this ad real quick. Welcome to ATI Pro Media, powered by Advanced Trading. We're a financial channel that loves agriculture. For just $1 a day, you'll receive advanced trading research, actionable text, and a minimum of 6 videos a week featuring industry experts and insight. Click the button below to subscribe today. I noticed a couple good-looking guys in there. That was awesome. Brady, that's still the best you going up. Brady, if you're at Commodity Classic, get up on some of that equipment. You did. Well,
Yes.
didn't mean for this to be the world's biggest advertisement piece, but I got to give Brady Huck a shout out and Tony Dunker. They can also sell LRP. And folks, with this cattle market moving like this now is as good of a time as any. And I have to say, I think LRP is just fascinating in the sense that we can literally have a number come out in the afternoon. You can call Brady or Tony and write a policy. Brady, you want to talk about that for a second?
Yep. Markets, you get a market moving report. The LRP quotes are good at 3:30 to until 8:25 the next morning. You've got great cattle markets to protect here. We all want to be bullish. LRP is a great foundational risk management tool. Throw an options account and manage the volatility. These cattle markets are volatile. They're moving, dynamic. We've got a good process to help you manage risk and get you in control to prevent you from being a victim down the road. So great opportunity to be looking at it if you're in the cattle business.
Yeah, you want to sell some cattle? I understand there's going to be one of the finest sales next week. Come on, we have time.
Yes, sir. Yeah, we got March 15th, my family bull sale. Appreciate the shout out, Tommy. We're looking forward to it. A lot of work goes into getting ready for that sale. It's bull sales have been pretty good across the country. We feel like we got a good set of bulls this year, and appreciate you looking.
All right, Tommy Grisafi, Valparaiso, Indiana, Connor Bridgman, Assumption, Illinois, Brady Huck, Dodge City, where this song was written, should have been a cowboy. So Google that, and that song was written right there in Dodge City. Till next time, my wife Gina G wants to close out the show. We will see you all tomorrow. Click, like, and subscribe. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every day, 9 a.m. Central. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.